बिस्मिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम रब्बिश्रह ली सदरी व यस्सिर ली अमरी वहलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली रब्बि ज़िदनी इल्मा रब्बि ज़िदनी इल्मा रब्बि ज़िदनी इल्मा अल्लाहुम्मा फ़क़ीना फ़िद्दीन। Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I'm Alia Khan, the CEO of the Islamic Kids Store, here presenting to you a very, very important topic, and that is AI and its impact on Deen and our youth. Now, you may be thinking about this topic, AI, and thinking, why are we talking about in a Deeni circle, and what does it have got to do with faith, right? Because these are the topics which are typically not discussed in our conventional Islamic halqas or Islamic sessions. But considering the way the AI is growing exponentially, it's very important for ulmas of our generation and for people who are running Deeni circles to right now talk about this very, very important topic, and that is AI. Now, when I talk about AI, you must be thinking, what does it have to be with me being a Muslim? But look all around us. In the past few years, AI has grown exponentially. There have been so many AI-powered apps which have come, like Tartil AI, Quran Companion, Muslim Pro. And if you look at these apps, they are so wonderful, considering the fact that a person who is in a very remote place or in a non-Muslim country or any place where he is not coming into direct contact with Muslim scholars, through the use of these apps, you can, when you're reciting to these apps, the AI-powered apps correct you, your tajweed, your recitation. So this is very, very, good for those people who do not have access to these Islamic scholars and all right. Then, like it comes in the Quranic verse that the Prophet, the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that says, the best of among you is the one who learn the Quran and teach it. So if you look at that point of view, you'll really find that AI is doing a wonderful job by, promoting Quran and promoting the right recitation of Quran or the tafsir in masses of Muslims. Then you also had, it was Ramadan, and I'm sure you must all have been bombarded with these Zakat AI-powered apps, and they were like, all of these, Zakat apps have been there, Zakat calculator apps have been there, but now they are all AI-powered, wherein, they are actually analyzing your income, your expenses, and financial data. As we all know, Zakat is a very, very important religious duty. And if you have all these AI-powered apps to help you out, it is very beneficial. And at the same time, you also have, this, I don't know how many of you may have heard of it, that they are the Sharia compliant robo-advisors, you call them. So people, walaikum salam Azima, how are you? So those are these Sharia compliant apps. If you look at these robo advisors, they are very good, considering the fact that there is so much of in financial practices, as you all are aware, that a lot of haram practices go on. But with these apps, with these robo advisors, they'll guide you to invest your investments in a halal manner. So this can engage our youth in a financial world where they can get gains, but at the same time keeping their deen in mind. All right. So just also that AI is also helping spread dawah globally. As I don't know, you must all have heard or not, the Quran bots. Nowadays we have Quran bots, like many Quran bots which have come up, and they answer your queries and the Quran GPTs and stuff. So these are, see, in one way I can say these Quran bots are useful, considering, some people may be hesitant to approach others in asking certain questions, and or some may not have the means. So it is very good for them if they are asking Quran bots. But here I would like to put a voice of caution here, that Islam, the AI powered apps which are coming, it goes through a lot of Islamic text and all, and then it gives you an answer. But a lot of time, like even now, considering at this space, you all know that AI does do its mistakes. For example, if you have put up a problem, your son has put up a problem in ChatGPT, and you know there's an error in the sum, it's okay if that sum in the test goes wrong. But when you're talking about Islamically, you cannot be blindly trusting an AI app to guide you. You need to go to a scholar, and that is where the drawbacks of AI start coming in. And that's what I would like to highlight, that AI is a double-edged sword. As long as I know there are wonderful things in the AI which is going on, but there are also its loopholes. For considering the fact that, you know, like these AI powered algorithms today, your child may be seeing something beneficial, something good, and then you may realize that, you know, suddenly he's fallen into some inappropriate videos, or not just inappropriate videos, I should say, a lot of videos which are just, you know, focusing on the material aspect of things. Like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, do not follow in the Quran, that do not follow that which you have no knowledge. Indeed, the hearing, the sight and the heart, about all those one will be questioned. So here we come to know that, you know, the AI powered apps, like, you know, the AI powered algorithms can be misleading, okay, because they realize your preferences, your choices, and they'll continuously bombard you with relevant content so as to keep you engaged for hours. All right. And like, you know, in fact, there was recently a small joke going on in the social media, that who knows you better, and the person, like, you know, your wife, your children, your parents, and that man just jokingly said, my smartphone, my AI powered smartphone. And it is true, because sometimes, you know, what you see, the content you watch, the things you search, maybe even your companion, your spouse, your parents may not be aware of, but your phone knows it. And the thing coming up with AI powered phones is that they know what you like, and they would like to give you what you like. All right. Now, this is okay to a level wherein the algorithms which you are seeing show you what you like. For example, this is very evident from the recent Palestine conflict which is going on. A lot of the people who are supporting Palestine, in their videos, they continuously are bombarded with, because of the algorithm, they are bombarded with videos of support of Palestine. And those people who are on the other side, who are against Palestine, are continuously being bombarded with videos which show content which is against Palestine. And you see people at both the ends are wondering why the other side is not understanding. So this is where the scare lies, because currently you are seeing what you like, but what if this algorithm is used by a tyrant or any you know, authoritative government to run their strategy, to run their you know, propaganda among people? That's when the issue arises. That's where people will not realize that how are they being brainwashed. Currently your algorithm shows what you see, but what if your algorithm shows what you have to be brainwashed for? And that is where you need to realize the other side of AI, and how we need to balance it out. Like considering you know, in you know, recently, I think few months back, Mufti Menk had this AI powered video shared across, and trust me, like me, so many other followers didn't even realize that it was not the voice of Mufti Menk, because the AI powered video could imitate the voice of Mufti Menk to such an extent that we didn't even realize that it was not Mufti Menk. All right. And that so here we realize that if we are not vigilant, if we are not aware, then you never know, any powerful influential personality in Islamic circles, you may see a video of that person and those words may not have been said by that person. So it can be utilized to actually deviate you from Islam, to show you certain aspects which may or may not be correct. Because how many times are you going to go and authenticate that video? So with here comes a very, very responsible thing. If you find some video which has some content which you feel is not very right, please be very sure about it before we forward. And we are seeing the repercussions of it, wherein just because of some social media content and stuff, people are getting so violent, and they have been having violent attacks. Even riots have happened in countries just because of inappropriate content, or just because of the wrong content or misleading content or a propaganda content being shared on social media. Then you also have facial recognition practices, which is very good, but facial recognition practices can also lead to be targeting people unjustly. So like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned in the Surah Nisa, that, "Oh, you have believed, be persistently stand firming in justice, witnessing for Allah." So so you understand, as Muslims, we should not be causing injustice to anyone. And here I would like to call out to all those engineers, to all those people who are working in AI, that we and all the youth who are going to be entering that field, that ethics really, really matter. You need to know that your ethics should be right. All right. Then there is also a very profound hadith which comes to my mind, which says that there will come a time when holding on to your religion will be like holding hot coal. AI is become like that hot coal in our lives. It is pulling us into distractions away from our deen. But the responsibility lies upon our youth and on parents and all we elders to make them aware of the forces that play. Now, there are two very opposite opinions about AI. One, in Muslim circles, I'm saying certain Muslim scholars completely say that AI is wrong and it's not the right field to be in or stuff and like that. And there are some people who just go in blindly to it. What I believe is, as Muslims, we are a religion of balance. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said us that we are the Ummatul Wasat. We need to have that balance. So it is not against Islam, against technology, and cannot happen. The way the AI is coming up, we need to be a part of this technology. We need our youth to be pioneers in AI technology. We need our youth to be leaders in this field. Okay, use AI for the greater good. You can use AI for the greater good, for Islamic education, for finances, for social justices, for all those practices which could be beneficial for people. Okay, and practices which could guide people to the path of Allah, practices which is not unjust or which is not unethical. All right, and in a world where machines are learning to think, let us not forget that the power of human heart is guided by faith. This is one thing which is scaring everybody. It's firstly, AI is not going to be replacing humans. It's not going to be happening. That's one aspect of AI which I would like to say is AI is unemotional. So in fact, this is a point I missed up before, that AI lacks emotions. So like if you have these self-driven cars coming up these days, so AI, rather than thinking emotionally, thinks rationally. For example, if you are in a car and there's a child who comes in the front of you, you may just go on the other side just to save the child. Maybe in the bargain your car may get damaged a bit, as long as it's not harming you completely. But if there's an AI, it will think rationally in terms of what damages more. So it may not consider the child's life to be more precious to them than damaging the car. So ultimately, it's all about what is fed into the AI driven car. So AI doesn't have empathy, and that's what we should realize. And that is also one aspect wherein, see, currently technology which we see all around us was making our job easier. But now with AI gets to think and make decisions on its own. Currently, we all had a button which we control, but now we have AI which will think and make decisions. So it's very, very important for us to realize that we should gain knowledge. When you are a Muslim, gain knowledge from the right scholars. Don't blindly follow these Islamic apps or Islamic resources without, all these AI powered, like people just will go to these AI powered tajweed apps without enrolling in a formal course. If you have no choice, then you could, definitely these AI powered apps are good. But if you have a choice, first learn from the right person. First gain knowledge from the right, from the right sources, from the Quran, from the Ahadith, so that you know when somebody says an incorrect statement. How can you help yourself when you're not even aware about what the deen says, and you're blindly just, your deen is what is being circulated on social media? No, it is imperative and responsible, especially now, for all parents and for all youth to educate themselves about their deen, so that if they see some content which they find is not the right way, they are at least able to identify whether it's right or wrong, and be responsible before you share any content on social media. So I would like to just end with one thing, that in a world where machines are learning to think, let us not forget that the power of human heart is guided by faith. AI can enhance our lives, but our connection to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give us purpose, will give us direction, will give us wisdom. Let technology serve humanity, but let faith always guide our path. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us to use AI and protect from its harms. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Jazakallah khair for all those who joined in. Subhanallahi walhamdulillahi la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa atubu ilayhi. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.